What's going on, everybody? Who's ready for a beer? I know I'm a little bit late today, but that's okay. It's Mother's Day. Give me an excuse. That's the only excuse that I have. It's because it's Mother's Day. But that's fine. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic Mother's Day as well. Took my mom out to dinner a little bit earlier today. Early dinner, late lunch kind of situation. At a little restaurant she likes around here. So it's fun. But I'm ready for a damn beer. That's what I'm ready for. Even though I had one at the restaurant, I just had a simple little IPA that the restaurant had. A local one for me. But yeah, that's good. But I'm ready for a beer that can layeth the smack down on me, which this should be able to do so. Which I'm excited. Anything from More Brewing Company, it's going to be most likely fantastic. Because I have yet to find a beer from this brewery that I do not love. Which is saying a lot. Hell yeah. True that, Kentucky, true that. I know I'm not boofing it, Will. God damn it. Up, 6 o'clock, people. Let's do this. Boom. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another live beer review. Today, we got a really cool one that we're going to be talking about today. It's from another local brewery of mine. I've talked about them half a dozen times by now, I think. It's gotten to that point from this brewery, but they've become one of my favorites. So, today we're going to be taking a look at the Pedigree from More Brewing Company. Look at that can art. My inner wrestling fan is like, this is that badass. So it's like, that's one of the reasons why I bought this beer, just because it's kind of a wrestling themed one. Obviously, with it being the Pedigree, they kind of gave an homage to a WWE/WWF legend, Triple H. So, plus when they did their kind of promo of the beer coming out, they poured it into a glass and they had like an action figure of Triple H hanging off the side of it, which was really cool. I don't know, I just think that's a really cool thing that they did. So, this one is a triple dry hopped IPA brewed with Amarillo, Citra, and Galaxy hops. But another thing they did with this one, they added a little bit of honey in this one to kind of give it a different kind of flavor. So I'm excited to see if the honey adds like a little bit of like a sweetness to it. But yeah, this guy comes out at a whopping 9.5%. So definitely on the higher range of an IPA, which I'm all for. But without further ado, let's crack this guy open and see what we're looking at. Okay. Yep, definitely getting like a lot of grapefruit up front. Know that I'm going to be getting a lot of that with the Citra in there. I think the Amarillo might be given like some kind of like more of like kind of adding to those grapefruit citrusy notes, maybe a little bit of a dankness, but I know that Galaxy is going to add like a nice pineapple, like dank kind of smell and flavor at that, just because it's like that Galaxy is that nice middle range between citrus and like pine. So I'm excited to give that, see if that pairs in really well with this. But it's been a minute since I've had an IPA with Amarillo hops, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, without further ado, let's pour this guy and see what this thing looks like. I'll be pouring it into my Grim Army pint glass this evening. Let's see how this guy looks like on the pour. Oh yeah, nice and hazy. Nothing beats a good hazy IPA, if I do say so myself. Oh yeah, nice frothy head to it. Oh my god, that head on this beer just looks like a cloud of awesomeness. It's so pillowy soft looking, and just this one has that nice kind of darker haze to it. A little bit of like a darker kind of like apricot-y color. But yeah, this on the smell, still getting a lot of that good citrus coming through, like with a nice kind of well-rounded like pine and dankiness coming on the smell as well. Oh, get out of here, Will. But yeah, without further ado, let's give this guy a try. So, cheers, everybody. Oh yeah, really hit you in the face when it comes to like the mixture of like grapefruit citrus and then strong like hoppy piney notes as well. Getting like a little bit of a sweetness from that honey, along with like the kind of, there's like some pineapple notes I'm getting in here as well. But yeah, absolutely delicious. Very juicy on the mouthfeel. Doesn't really have like kind of an oily kind of texture in the mouth at all. But yeah, pillowy soft, juicy AF, and exactly what I'm looking for when it comes to a nice imperial style triple dry hopped IPA. And another one they knocked out of the park. I feel like this brewery can not do any wrong. Mouth feels so smooth. That kind of has like a creaminess to it a little bit. Maybe the honey's kind of factoring in to kind of give it like a creamy note as well. But there's a nice like mixture of like pineapple, malty, honey sweetness to get put in there. That's just balances really well with the nice kind of really hard hitting citrus grapefruit kind of situation, along with that really dank piney kind of flavors you'd get from the Galaxy hops as well. But overall, yeah, absolutely delicious. And I know they did this as a limited run. I'm trying to remember when they released this. I know it was still kind of cold out. Maybe it was around the beginning of April, I would say. So I don't think they did a really small release on this one. So I think it's not in rotation right now at the tap house or anything. But let's look just to be sure. They might have, who knows? They might have this in cans still over at More Brewing Company, but I don't think I saw in any of their locations that they had it on tap at all. But I'm gonna look for you guys right now. No, not there. But let's see what do they have to go. Let's see. Nope. But let's check, because luckily they have two locations. They have one in Huntley, Illinois, and then they have one in Villa Park, Illinois. So you can have two varieties of places. I know they like to keep them a little more spread out, so you can be in specific parts of the northwest suburbs to get your hands on their stuff. But unfortunately, I don't think this one's showing that it's available on their website at all when it comes to either being able to get it to go or getting it on tap over there on More. But the cool thing about this stuff is More is actually, you can actually get their stuff on Tavour as well. So I don't see their stuff when it comes to seeing Illinois breweries on Tavour, just because they try to make sure that they give you options of breweries that are farthest away from you, where it's like some that you normally can't get locals or something like that. So where somebody like, so let's say Duchess was able to get Tavour and he downloaded the app, he possibly can see breweries like More Brewing Company show up on there as well. But yeah, they absolutely knocked it out of the park with this one. It's not boozy at all when it comes to it being a 9.5%. The citrus flavors are explosive. The pininess and the dank resininess is in your face, and it's pretty much everything you would expect out of a nice triple dry hopped IPA. This is a stunner. No pun intended. No pun intended. It might be seasonal too. It might have been seasonal touches, and they could have done a short run as well. So let's see what the actual description of this one actually is. So, weighing in at exactly 16 fluid ounces, this triple dry hop triple IPA is sure to put a smackdown on your taste buds. A tag team of Amarillo, Citra, and Galaxy packs a full-bodied blast of zesty grapefruit, pineapple, and sweet honey. This is one heavyweight built to put all other challengers in a full Nelson. I love that description. Absolutely love that description, because kind of stings to the whole it being a wrestling themed beer, having like the words tag team and then putting the smackdown on your taste buds and then the full Nelson. Definitely really enjoy how they put the description of that kind of sticking to the wrestling theme as well. So really, really cool they did that. But yeah, every note that I think I'm tasting really well is exactly what they described it at. So that's awesome. Absolutely awesome. This is probably one of the better 9.5, like, heavier IPAs that I've had, just because of how well balanced it is and how smooth. With the creaminess is nice, the citrusy notes are still there, but so pillowy soft, so juicy, and it just, yeah, awesome, absolutely awesome. So let's see what people are saying about this one on Untappd. So like I said before, it's a 9.5% ABV, so definitely can tell it's an Imperial triple IPA. With over 1,326 ratings, this one is an average rating of 4.22 on Untappd. Which, yeah, I can definitely see that right away, just because of the flavors are fantastic. And let's see what people are rating this one. A lot of these lookups were pickups either on Tavour, or they picked it up at Moore Brewing Company themselves. It looks like, yep. So the Pedigree was available on Tavour. I'm seeing people that showed their purchasing way of getting it was Tavour. So let's see. We got a 4.5 out of 5. We got a 4, 4.5, 4.25, 4.25, 4.25, 4.25. 3.5, 4.25 with another purchase on Tavour. 4.25, 4. Nice aroma, does not go down easy, makes me burp when I try. Mildly bitter and mildly dry on the back end. Huh. That's weird. I don't get any of that. Let's see. 4.5 saying a nice homage to the King of Kings, Triple H, the Juice Bomb, steel chair to the palate. Honey makes it sweeter than marrying the boss's daughter. That I do. I'm going to read that description again for you guys, because that is amazing. Big shout out to Lee F on Untappd saying, nice homage to the King of Kings, Triple H, a juice bomb, steel chair to the palate. Honey makes it sweeter than marrying the boss's daughter. Oh my god. That has to be the best kind of like somebody gives it like opinion on a beer on Untappd that probably I've ever seen. That's amazing. So yeah, very, very high ratings on this one. You could definitely tell this one lays the smack down on your taste buds like crazy. So really big shout out to Moore for coming out with another fantastic brew. And having it be a wrestling themed one just makes me enjoy it even more. Kind of knows that they kind of like doing some throwback kind of stuff, especially when it comes to having something with Triple H themed on it and calling it the Pedigree, which I think is really cool. So let's start getting down to what we think. So let's start with the can art. Yeah, this can art, I can tell for my style of what I like on a can art, this is perfect. When it comes to it relating to something I'm a fan of, so with it me being a wrestling fan that I am, having it be a championship belt with the Pedigree logo and the hops on the front plate, and then the side plates being the Moore Brewing Company logo, that's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. They took up almost all the real estate on the can art to pretty much make it. I would have liked to see them do the older, probably the original like WWF Championship, and not the more modern one. I think that would have been a lot cooler with just the older, like the wherein it was like the Monday Night War kind of situation. But overall, can art is absolutely fantastic. I actually like how they kind of put in some like tattooed hands on the hops on there as well, just like little signature touches. But having the overall championship belt on there be a hop, and then have the Moore Brewing Company logos on the plates on the side. Yeah, 100% would easily grab my attention by seeing this at a liquor store or bottle shop. And yeah, awesome. Easy 5 out of 5 for can art for me. Absolutely love it. So let's see. Well, let's see, what is Matt saying? Does anyone for a second think that he actually loves Stephanie and being part of the McMahon family? Figured out it would come out to see one Matt's. Oh yeah, definitely. Matt wouldn't miss this one for the world, just because it's a WWE kind of wrestling themed beer. So of course Mr. Matt Sinister has to be here. So let's see. If I was at Moore Brewing Company and I got this beer in a flight, can we get a WWE ice cream bar themed ones? Hey, you never know. If I got this in a flight, would I get another one? Absolutely. Absolutely love this one. Would recommend it to anybody out there who's a good fan of triple IPAs. Enjoy a nice hoppy bite along with a nice citrusy note as well from the grapefruit. Really, really good sweetness added there to balance everything out between the hoppy and the bitterness. And then along with the kind of the citrus notes. So that's really good that they did that. Yeah, this would be one that I would recommend over and over again to anybody who's a fan of a triple IPA. So what is my final rating on this one going to be? Like I said before, outstanding. Absolutely, really, really big fan of this one. Really love the can art. Love everything about the whole theme of this beer itself. I'm going to give this a solid, really, really solid, like 8.75, almost a 9. I really, really would recommend this to anybody who's a nice, kind of into the higher ABV IPA range. I'm going to probably lean closer to the 9 out of 10. Really, barely any flaws with this one to me. Maybe you would have enjoyed to see a little bit more of the honey note come through, but it's not really a big deal. I would have liked to see it be the old-fashioned championship belt when it comes to that attitude, like the attitude era kind of situation. And yeah, really barely any flaws to this beer whatsoever. So big shout-outs again to Moore for doing this and actually kind of making a Triple H themed beer, even though he doesn't drink. That's the funny thing. Triple H doesn't like alcohol, so having a beer kind of being an homage to Triple H is kind of funny. But oh well. At the end of the day, it is what it is, guys. So if you're able to get your hands on even anything from Moore Brewing Company, and if you're able to find a can of the Pedigree sitting at like your local liquor store or something, do it. You won't regret it. I'm telling you. If you're a fan of triple IPAs and you like a nice hoppy bite along with a nice citrus note with a slight sweetness, this is going to be the beer for you 100%. Yeah, if it was more of like the old-fashioned kind of belt, or if they did one that was a Stone Cold one, they did the Broken Skull belt, I think that would be pretty freaking dope. So, but at the end of the day, really big shout-outs again to Moore Brewing Company for coming out with this one. Really glad I was able to get my hands on it, and I saw them release it on their, like they were coming out with a limited release on their Instagram, and I made sure to go over there and got myself a 4-pack of it just so I could have it around. But that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you everybody again for hanging out in chat. You guys are awesome. A lot of the regulars, some new faces, some faces that don't come around as often, so big thanks to everybody else. But at the end of the day, I hope you guys have had a fantastic Mother's Day. I know, well, it kind of was a slower day today because everybody's spending time with family, but that's okay. Did all my family stuff a little bit earlier in the day today, so was able to take some time later this evening to get a review done for you guys, and then we can get back in the swing of things for a new week coming tomorrow. So whole new week, whole new lineup of beers coming up in rotation, so really excited for that. Have a couple cool varieties that are going to be coming up. But that's pretty much it, guys. So if you want to shoot me, if you're into social media and beer, make sure to go on Untapped and kind of create an account through there. You can sign up with like Facebook if you have a Facebook account, kind of link it that way. And if you do, make sure to shoot me a friend request. The link to my page is down in the description below. So if you want to shoot me a friend request, that'd be great. I want to see what other people are drinking as well, to kind of give me a little bit of recommendations of what other people are drinking, so I can possibly search for those beers as well. But yeah, that's pretty much it, people. So again, thank you everybody in chat. Hope you guys had a fantastic Mother's Day, spending time with your mothers or your wives who are new mothers, depending on the situation we are. But yeah, hope you guys had a fantastic Sunday, fantastic Mother's Day. I'm going to say it like I always do. If you're going to drink, drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And cheers, everybody.